So, oke, Pak Beni Suryadi, please. Waktunya 10 menit juga, Pak.
Terima kasih banyak, Pak Hendra. A very good afternoon again, everyone. I'm trying to utilize my 10 minutes effectively. But I start with a short introduction about the institution that I'm representing for. So I'm working for the ASEAN Centre for Energy. We are the intergovernmental organization that representing the interests of the 10 countries in the Southeast Asia region. So it's the Brunei, Cambodia, Vietnam, Philippines, all the countries in this region on the energy cooperation. So meaning to say that we kind of attach to the Ministry of Energy from all of 10 countries in region. So we are more on the policy perspective from the government side. So what I'm going to share is also just to echo what is already mentioned by excellent speaker from previously about the coal market outlook and supply trend in the Southeast Asia region. Much of it is being touched already by Pak Lars in the beginning about its general outlook that we have in this region. And I only have a few slides, and then it's being drawn from our latest study. We call it the Sixth ASEAN Energy Outlook, which was launched at the minister meeting last November. And so this is the official study on the energy outlook in Southeast Asia region, because it's reflecting the actual situation and interest from policies today and in the future from all of the 10 countries in region. So we don't make up our own assumption. So it is reflecting what the policymakers, what the government view in the way they look the energy landscape from today until 2040s. And this is simply echo what Pak Lars mentioned, that we can't run away from the coals. So we conducted our study in a number of scenarios. We have a 4 scenario there. The baseline scenario is basically translating what's the current government thing on their power development plan. So like Vietnam is updating the PDP is being reflected. Philippines is also, the latest one is also being reflected, including the Indonesia, the previous one, not the new one, which is still under development. So it's reflecting everything on that one. So also in you see second scenario, the AMS stand for the ASEAN member states. So it's a official name when you're familiar saying ASEAN countries. Also, whatever the target that they have, it be it a renewable energy, be it an energy efficiency, also an NDC target. So whatever they put on the target, or this is the thing that reflected 100% on what situation that they have. And that's the national level. At regional level, you see the APEC target scenario. We also have kind of the aspirational at regional levels. So for example, like Philippines and Vietnam mentioned before, there is an ambition, there is a target on having renewable energy in their energy mix for the next decades to come. But on regional levels, there is also a number that being agreed by all of the 10 countries in the Southeast Asia region. It's translated as a 23% of renewable energy from the energy mix. From the today's situation is around 12%. So it's a tall order that going to achieve. 55 of 55% of the installed capacity is coming from renewable energy in 2025. And also, last not least, because countries is part of the global commitment, the NDC and the Paris Agreement and the Sustainable Development Goal. So we also including this as part of our scenario. But the result, as you see, that the result is various because the situation is changing, policy is different, it's changing. What is the scenario if you put a normal policy or tighten policy? But again, echoing what Pak Lars mentioned in the beginning, it's coal is, you may say it's coal will be a king, but the coal will continue to playing a significant role in the energy mix in the Southeast Asia region. So whatever the scenario that we have today, or at least what is being translated, unless there is a significant change coming in the next 1 to 2 years, but the coal is become a big part of that one. We see how coal is growing very fast in terms of the when you're seeing the baseline or target scenario. When the country is trying to have more renewable energy, a number of the coal that is planning to be replaced by the renewable energy like solar or wind, or to some context also hydro, but still a huge numbers that's coming to be expected. This the projection is also actually already included some consideration on the COVID-19 situation. We know everybody is having an economic downturn, but then 2021 we expect it to be reborn and achieve it and fulfilling all the demands that. And more specific on the power sectors, I mean, of course, coal will be addressed to many sectors to be supplied, but specifically on the coal, on the power sectors, we will see that how coal is become a main, replacing natural gas as a main supplier for the generating the electricity in region. There is one scenario that where we see that there will be substituted by renewable energy, but of course, is a lot of efforts, incentive, policy need to be put in place in order to achieve it in this situation. And in this again, I mean, addressing all the scenario that we have in the countries today, not only looking one perspective, but including all the perspective, be it on national situation, regional commitment, and also the situation that we have at the global levels. And this will be my last slide is, again, because we are not going to run away from coals, at least not today. I mean, still the major part of the energy system to be coming from the coal in many ASEAN countries. Then the minister of all of 10 countries agreed to collectively enhance their effort to optimize the role of CCT, highlighting the use of the clean coal technology in facilitating the transition toward a sustainable and lower emission development in region. It is many words, many ways that need to be implemented on this one, like continues to promote the role of CCT and also looking the option of the CCUS, and then on the outreach to enhance the public awareness on this coal issue, the investment that will be very crucial after we are having and still experiencing the economic challenge with the current situation. So the innovation and partnership is definitely a key to deal in this situation. And last but not least, to advance the research, development, and innovation among the ASEAN countries. So it's become a key directive on regional levels to address the outlook for coal as the major fuel for the ASEAN in the coming decades. I stop there. Again, thank you very much. Back to you, Pak Hendra.
Thank you very much, Pak Beni from ASEAN Center for Energy. Yeah, it's very interesting, informative updating that you have just presented. And I think beside ASEAN Center for Energy, in government level, we have also what we call AFOC, yeah, ASEAN Focus on Coal, yeah, that's a forum, ASEAN Forum on Coal, yeah, that's forum set up by Ministry of Mining across the ASEAN members countries, yeah, and they meet annually to discuss more on the policy issue. But the involvement of the industry player, I think, is a very limited because it is a very exclusive governmental level.